What's up, guys? 7 Star Mike here, and today I want to show you how to set an alert in ThinkOrSwim. Really easy to do. If you're not able to sit in front of your computer 24 hours a day watching the stock market, here's what you can do. Set an alert, and it will tell you when you should focus back on your screen. Let's take an example of what I'm talking about here. This is MasterCard. I wanted to trade MasterCard. I didn't know if it would be today or not, but here's the setup I was looking at. We had a resistance point back here down at 610. Over here, we just barely crossed above it, but then closed below it. Here, we crossed above it and closed above it. And here, this was 7.3. We opened above it and closed above it. So that's the setup that I'm looking for. The way I wanted to trade it is when it came back down to test this 269.85 area. This was a prior resistance right here. We broke through. I wanted to get in when it came back to test this area and when it showed that this was going to act as a support. So what I did was set an alert to tell me MasterCard is coming back down to this area here. Watch the screen. So I don't have to be in front of the screen staring at MasterCard all day. I can set an alert. When it goes off, I can refer back to the chart and see where we're at. So to set an alert, you can right click on the screen and come all the way down here where it says create alert. Symbol MA, stock, price. I'm going to switch to the last because I want to see when the last time it is at or below. And I want to set this to $270. And the reason for that is this line here was 269.85. So when it gets below 270, I want to start watching to see if it's going to tag this line here and if that's going to hold a support. So I don't want the alert when it hits the line. I want the alert when it's a little bit above that, maybe dropping down towards it. So when the last price is at or below 270, I want it to alert me. Now coming down here, notify with, I have it set to a sound and a mobile text. If we open this up, you have some options here. You can play a sound, you can send a text message, send push notifications, and then down here you can select what you want in the text message. And all I want is the market price on there. I don't need the bid, the ask, the last close. All of this you can add to the text message if you want. I just want the market price because I know what I'm looking for on MasterCard, and I just want the alert to tell me that it's close. Now, what you can do is also set a few options here. When do you want to submit this? I want to submit it now just because I'm setting it up. Now in this specific example, it actually triggered today, so this was something I was doing last night. But assuming you want to set this alert for tomorrow and the next day, submit it now. You can set when it expires. I don't want it to expire because I want to know whenever it happens that this line might be holding as support for me to get in for an entry. And then you can set if you want it to alert for the crossover as well. When you click on create, you're going to see this here. It's showing the last is less than or equal to $270. It's going to send me that alert. And again, the reason I chose 270 is because 269.85 was a resistance here. We broke through. My entry for this setup is when it comes back down to test that. And if it's going to hold a support, I want to get in for a long. Now, we did breach below that line, but you can see we came back up above it today. So my alert was set for 270 at or below. It got at or below that, so I got a message on my phone letting me know MasterCard was below $270. This comes up on my phone, ThinkOrSwim confirms. Alert on MasterCard when last at or below 270. When I open that alert, this is what I get. Alert on MasterCard, last at or below 270 was triggered. The mark was 270. The last was 270. So this is the actual alert on my phone that came up to tell me, pull up the MasterCard chart, see what's going on with it. This is something you wanted to look at, something you wanted to trade. And I don't have to watch MasterCard. I get the alert, I come over here and pull it up, and this was the 1 minute chart for today. You can see 270 is where I had my alert set. When it crossed below here, that's where I got the trigger and the text message. Now I'm going to watch it here and see what it does. As long as it pulls back above this line, that's where I want my entry. So it did breach it today, but it came back up. So I'm going to assume this line is going to hold as a support line since it was a prior resistance, and that's where I want my long entry. So I'm going to enter a long in here, and you can see from 270 we went to 270, 277. That was the high of the day. So that's a nice move to capture almost $3 within the same day. And if you're using weekly expirations for options, that $2.77 move is going to give you a huge return. So if you have tickers you're watching and you want to know what's going on, but maybe you're at work, maybe you're with the family, you don't want to spend the entire day in front of the screen, here's one way you can do it. Set that alert, have it let you know when that alert is triggered, and then you can just go to the chart, pull it up, and trade it from there. You don't have to sit in front of the screen the entire day. ThinkOrSwim will tell you when what you're looking at is getting close to where you wanted it. Nice and simple. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, you can send me an email at mike@sevenstartraders.com or simply leave a comment below. And if you want up-to-date information, follow me on Twitter at 7starmike. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy trading.